resistance, and you are not alone. There are pockets of atoms spread throughout the planet. We are going against the function. The divisive tactics that they use to pit us against each other will be exposed. We are not machines, we are human beings. Join the Atom Effect. Join the movement. This is the Atom Effect. Achieve things out of mind. If you are hearing this, you are the resistance, and you are not alone. There are pockets of atoms spread throughout the planet. We are going against the function. The divisive tactics that they use to pit us against each other will be exposed. We are not machines, we are human beings. Join the Atom Effect. Join the movement.
Don't never let anybody take your belief in yourself away from you because they hurting inside. Don't you never let nobody do that. Always believe in who you are in the darkest moments, man. In the darkest moments, when you at that pain, when you at the bottom, know that you're gonna get back up. But you gotta believe it.
You think darkness is your You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it.
Shout out to you if you tuned in, man. If you tuned in, you are the resistance. You are the core. Shout out to the Atoms. Shout out to the Eves. This is the Blac Pill Podcast, Ninja. And we in here late night. My bad for coming in here so late, y'all. So many things going on. It's so hard. You got to literally fight to get everything done that you're trying to do during the day. And I got a lot of shit that I'm trying to do. Past that, like I said, we got changes coming out. I'll just let you guys know in 9 days, soon as August 1st comes around the corner. Anyways, quick show tonight. We have rapper Cashin Out, sentenced to life in prison in shocking trafficking case. Ninja. Yeah, they got that ninja, bro. They got that ninja. Anyways, y'all answer the poll in the chat. Y'all know what it is. Hold up. We streaming on 6 platforms. What up, YouTube? What up, Rumble? What up, Facebook? What up, Kick? What up, X? And what up, damn, I forgot the other one. YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, Kick, Twitch. Oh, shiznit. I guess X. Shout out to X. Yes, sir. We might have a small turnout because Ninja's got to get to bed, but it's all good. Anyways, let me pull myself up. Where we at? Boom. We in the building. What up, gang? What's up? Shout out to one of my haters. I had one of my haters come on my page and tell me that I'm too old to be talking about. They said I'm too old to talk about streamers. I'm too old to talk about streamers. First off, Ninja, look, for example, I'm breaking out right here. Ninja, I still break out. What are you ninjas talking about, bro? This is why I say y'all ninjas be talking. Y'all just don't know what y'all talking about, and that's why I keep the distance. First off, Ninja, you ninjas don't know me. Secondly, and I'm not pissed off. I'm a little bit just always confused. I know I portray as older, guys. I'm in my 20s. The same streamers that you guys are talking about, or that you tell me to stop talking about, we're the same age, you stupid idiots. Jesus. You guys are dumb. I don't look that old, bro. I don't look that old. Sorry. I have a baby face, bro. Only reason why I look old is because of my beard. And even then, Ninja, if I cut my beard, I would look like I was 20 years old, Ninja. I'm not saying that bragging. You know how some people be saying that shit to brag? I literally wear my beard to make myself look older, Ninja. You ninjas are dunces, bro. You guys are dunces. They told me, oh, you can't talk about that, bro. Can y'all go tell these people the same way y'all tell me I can't talk about that? Shout out to DJ Academics. Go tell DJ Academics he can't talk about that. All right, what the fuck? Shout out to who else? Whoever else. Bro, why? If y'all don't like my content, you feel me? I feel like you like my content. That's why you feel the need to say that. Because you mad I'm starting to do numbers. Shout out to everybody that pull up to the show. I know we probably have a small turnout today. But yeah. You must like what you see, bro. Cause it's like, bro, why are you telling me as a grown man I know I look like a grown man because I handle business. So I'm in here every day pushing, doing this shit. And even if I was 40 years old or 50 years old, gentlemen, ladies, are you in here? Shout out to ladies. Gentlemen, hello. Adams and Eves. This is why I tell y'all, don't let the world tell you who you are. Because if you let the world tell you who you are, the world's going to force you to be somebody you're not. If you don't like what I'm talking about, don't watch me. It's all good. In the famous words of Kanye, how you doing, huh? Gotcha. If you don't like me, don't watch me. It's all good. But at the same time, guys, I'm in my 20s. I'm not going to be 30 yet for a couple years. Okay? Let's just put this out there. Couple. More than 2, ninja. More than 2. Chill, ninja, chill. If we go look up your favorite streamer, for example, DDG, this ninja DDG 27. What the hell y'all ninjas talking about? I'm like, bro, low key, if y'all want to know my age so bad, bro, me and DDG are the same age, ninja. Yeah, ninja. Yes.
Oh my God, no way.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Anyways, let's get started with the show, man. Yeah, I mean, shit, I don't know, bro. I'm always confused, but this is why I tell y'all, ladies and gentlemen, you know, people will view you a certain way, and that's okay. Anyways, rapper Cashin Out. This happened earlier in the day. Sad situation, people. And the question in the poll is, and shout out to the chat. Chat, is pimping dead at this point in society? Vote and tell us what you think. And the 3 answer choices are: it's most definitely over with. The game remains the same, and it ain't easy, but someone gotta do it. So y'all let us know what you think. But yeah, bro, yeah, ninja, I'm in my 20s, ninja. I just been through a lot of shit. I seen a lot of shit. That's why I tell y'all, I try and give y'all game. I'm not that old though. And shout out to the 18-year-olds and 19-year-olds that find their way to my page. Y'all gonna realize, bro, yeah, I might be like 8, 9, 10 years older than you. And yeah, you might go through a lot, but bro, the way time move, bro, it's not that far off, ninja. I could blink and I could remember when I was in college, ninja. All right, first things first. We're going to go over a couple things before we get to the main event. Y'all answer the poll. Let us know how you feel in the chat. What up, chat? All right, first things first. We got Tommy Lee trying her new skincare product. Says it feels warm and the texture reminds her of something very, very familiar.
And, like, the texture is so familiar.
Yeah, you know what she talking about? I'll tell you what she talking about. She talking about this and this. And I ain't gonna say too much because y'all gonna turn around and tell me I'm grown. Another thing too, if y'all see me fiend for these older ladies, I don't really be fiending for these older ladies. That's me being performative. Viewer discretion is advised. I forgot to do my disclaimer. Viewer discretion is advised. We do dark humor on the show. Yeah, some of these old ladies is attractive. Ninja, 9 times out of 10, and really it's 10 times out of 10. I probably never really pull up on these people in real life, and if one of these women tried to push up on me, ninja, I would look at them like this, my ninja. Okay, so let's just get that out the way. But yeah, shout out to Tommy Lee. Tommy Lee is used to getting her face painted, ninja. Yeah, she used to getting her face painted. It is what it is. Don't be mad at me. Be mad at yourself. Here we go.
We're gonna start.
Yeah, she used to that. I like your skin tone though. What skin tone is this? Is she light skinned? I think she's light skinned. Here we go.
I love how it feels. It reminds me of something.
Yeah, you little freak a leak. She a little freak a leak. Jesus. She said remind her of something. Then she gonna turn around and say, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about facials like regular facials. Yeah. You a freak a leak, Miss Thing. You a freak a leak. Anyways.
Can't quite say what, but just reminds me of something so warm because I set it in my window, and like the texture.
Brother,
I got no words. I'm not mad at it though.
Texture is so.
I'm not mad at it.
Familiar.
Yeah. Hold on, we got some more for you. Yeah, she like that kind of shit.
This is how it looks after you scrub. So
yeah, what does that remind you of, gentlemen? Yep, shout out to your girl Tommy Lee. Why she look like that, bruh? Why she looking like that?
A super exfoliating thing. Of course I got this off of TikTok.
Shout out to TikTok. I know you ninjas, like I said, I'm not that old, gentlemen. It could be because I have my big ass face in the camera. Ninja, I'm young, ninja, okay? Chill. I'm young nigga. Oh, I accidentally said the N-word. My beezy. No disrespect to my ninjas. I ain't mean to do that. You know, even though I'm black, but I digress. Here we go.
Oh yeah. And it goes like this. And it peels off a layer of your skin immediately.
Yeah, she talking about I'm trying to find the right way to say it. She talking about nut though. Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yep.
God, no way.
That's what she's talking about. Don't ask me how I know, but I do have a wiener in between my legs. Like I said, dark humor people. All right, first things first, shout out to the ladies. Ladies, are you in here?
Hello.
Shout out to the chocolate women. Chocolate women, own your worth. Here we go. We have an excerpt from, I forget the lady name, but from the Balloon Poppin' show. And this lady here thought that this man was not attracted to her because of her own personals, and that's okay. But ladies, I'll be trying to tell y'all, you know, shout out, first off, hold on. Shout out to the CIA. Shout out to the CIA for doing their big one and convincing black men and women that they're not attracted to each other. I'll be shocked, boy. I'll be shocked. So yeah, this is why this disconnect happens now, and then we only see the negative sides of our community and not the positive sides. Here we go.
I don't think there's like an attraction between us.
Wait. I meant to say we only see the negative sides of our communities without the positive sides, whereas all the other communities only see the positive sides of their communities without the negatives. You see what I did there? That's what they did. They flipped the script. Why? We won't know until 2050 maybe. Who knows? Here we go.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No, she's someone that's your type?
Yeah. She's my type. Definitely, I like her skin tone.
Oh,
you know, I like dark skinned women. She's beautiful.
Ooh,
you know what I mean?
shout out
and
to
I
the
like
chocolate
the fact
women.
that you got braids. Like you embracing your yeah.
Oh, I'm shocked and I didn't think you were attracted.
Why are you shocked?
I don't know. I didn't think I was his type.
I'm telling you. Ladies, it be in your head, bro. It be in your head. Y'all can't listen to social media because social media gonna put whatever's there, whether it's negative or positive. Social media is always gonna put what's there to keep you on the app, to make sure you don't leave. They gotta keep you on the app because that's how they get paid. That's why it's so dangerous in the future. And I've said this before and I'll continue to say this. Guys, we're going down in history. We're making history right now as we speak, right? So they're going to discuss the effects that social media had on our actual brains. I'm not going to talk about it now, but like I said, 20, 30 years down the road, when AI starts taking over the world and shit, they're going to be talking about how social media and having a smartphone affected the minds of the people. Here we go.
I should think that, but
yeah, she tripping.
You're very beautiful. I like your skin tone again, and you know,
and she not ugly.
Gorgeous almond eyes. And
do y'all know how many dark skinned women I've approached that looked at me like,
what the hell? Oh my God, no way.
And I looked at them like, and yeah, I mean, majority, what's weird is, or it's not really weird, majority of the women I was actually in a relationship with were either brown skin or dark skin, like my color. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. I'm different from the rest of these ninjas. Now, I'll date a white girl and I'll date a Spanish girl. I've been with Spanish women as well. I've had Spanish girlfriends, Puerto Rican, if you consider that black, I don't know, Cuban, like white Cuban, all that. So, I mean, I don't really have a type per se, but usually 9 times out of 10, I got to be with somebody that understands some of my own psyche. It is what it is. It's just tough because, you know, the black community has mental illness issues. Now, don't get mad at me because I said it, okay? Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just aware of what's going on, and I'm not afraid to speak because in a world where you only live once, you got to do it right the first time. You dig? Let's continue.
You know? Yeah.
Okay.
So are you still leaving your balloon on pop? Is he someone that is your type?
He's attractive. I just didn't think I was
exactly
his type.
Yeah, you little stupid little, well, my bad. You know you like them, ninja. I don't know why y'all girls do that, bro. The dude that you like, you want to play hard to get with. The dude that you don't like, you want to be all in his face. Or is it backwards? I don't know. Here we go.
Are you eliminating yourself?
Cause you're
want the balloon back?
Cause you tripping, bro.
Okay.
Tripping.
Let's get that balloon back.
Yeah, he's sitting there looking like this.
But what the hell, boy?
Confused, bro. Confused. If you just like them, say you like them, Ninja. But y'all niggas be scared. Some of these girls scared to get, what's the word? They scared to get rejected, bro, and that's bars. All right, let's continue, man. We got a lot to cover today. It's about to get a little bit sad. Not too much, but we got Law and Order with Black Adam since tonight we doing Law and Order. And answer the poll, people. All right, so in this situation, I've seen this on social media. I might not show the video because it's very graphic and it's very uncomfortable for me. Always remember, ladies and gentlemen, and shout out to my white brothers and sisters. Y'all know what it is. Yeah, always remember that 85% of the time, you're probably, and I'm saying my white brothers and sisters, you're probably never going to go through a situation like this, whereas the people that look like me, my male, my female counterparts, may have to go through this too. Now, I know what you're going to say, which is, oh, why are you resisting and listen to the police and all that kind of shit? But it does not warrant somebody putting their hands on somebody because they can't control themselves. And I think all of these officers need to be charged, pensions removed, and honestly put in prison for what they did, because they're abusing their power. And I'm happy that social media is here and that cameras are here because we can catch these things on video. Because if you know about racism, you know that racism is rooted in narcissism. So when you tell somebody they're being prejudiced or stereotypical or racist, they'll turn around and look at you like you're the one that's loony. And it's like, unless you have proof, they'll sit there and deny it till they die. That's why, you know, a truth seeker or somebody that's honest with themselves is aware that racism is rooted in narcissism. Anyways, here we go. And shout out to Florida. Y'all know I'm from Miami. What up? I'm from the 305. Shout out to the 3 gang. But on Monday, a Jacksonville sheriff's office had to hold a news conference today following a viral traffic stop incident posted and reported by Will McNeil Jr. that included him being pulled through a broken window and receiving several blows to his face. Ninja. Like I said, people. This is America. Shout out to America the ugly. Oops, I meant the beautiful. Shout out to America. Yes, sir. So when y'all sit there and tell me that racism isn't real and it's in my head, that's why I look at you ninjas like this, bro. Now, I'm not trying to get on my black shit, no pun intended, because I am Black Adam. But I be trying to tell y'all what's going on, because if we never seen this, people would be like, yo, you're just making that up. You're pushing hate. Anyways, during the conference, the sheriff confirmed, and his name is TK Waters, he confirmed that although the officers involved have been cleared of criminal wrongdoing by the state's attorney's office, the response to McNeil's resistance is now subject to a pending administrative review to determine if Officer D. Bauer's conduct, the officers in question, violated JSO's policy. I'm gonna let him speak for himself. Here we go. And if you've seen the video, put a 1 in the chat. The video is a dark-skinned gentleman or brown-skinned gentleman, black gentleman with locks in his head. And I guess what happened, I don't know what happened per se, what led up to whatever happened. But what I do know is with all the things going on in the world, it doesn't make sense that you have to break somebody's window and then punch them in the face to subdue them when they're sitting down in their car. That's what I call clown behavior, ninja. You should be ashamed of yourself. And when I'm saying you should be ashamed of yourself, I'm referring to the police officer that did that, because you know you were abusing your power. Like I said, that's why with great power comes great responsibility. Word to Spider-Man, ninja. Here we go.
On February 19, 2025, McNeil was arrested for resisting a police officer without violence, driving on a suspended driver's license, and possession of less than 20 grams of marijuana.
Okay, now let's see. With all these charges, so he was driving with under 20 grams of marijuana. My bad, y'all. Mary Jane. My bad. Mary Jane. MJ. Word to Spider-Man. And he was driving with a suspended license. Okay, all these things can be true. But was he a threat based off of your reaction? Was he a threat? Was he a threat? Here we go. On February 20th, 2025,
McNeil pled guilty to and was adjudicated guilty of resisting a police officer without violence and driving on a suspended driver's license. Those pleas of guilty were accepted by a local judge who found them to have been factual basis.
Now, also remember that they said he was resisting the officer without violence, guys. Here we go.
And to have been voluntarily made by McNeil. After the resolution of this criminal case, McNeil took custody of his cell phone, the one he presumably used to record the footage that was shared on social media, on March 5th, 2025. At no time, February to now, did McNeil contact JSO to file a complaint, nor share with the agency the cell phone footage that is circulated on social media.
Now, the question is, why do you think he did that? That's the real question. Do you think in the place he lived that he felt safe to do that? And that's the problem, people. We sit here and act like we don't know what's going on, but we know what's going on, Ninja. Ninjas is scared for their life, Ninja. If somebody can do something traumatic to you and not receive any repercussions for doing so, it makes you go quiet. That's why when they say there's violent people and abusers and shit like that, the reason why these abusers are allowed to keep on going and doing what they do without any repercussions is because people go silent when they feel like they can't talk to nobody. So the same people who are put in power to protect us, when they turn on us, regardless of whatever the situation may be, you become silent because you don't want to talk to nobody after a while because you feel like nobody's going to help you. Let's continue.
As I said earlier, immediately upon becoming aware of this footage, JSO began a criminal and administrative investigations into the incident. Had McNeil filed a complaint on February 19, 2025, McNeil was arrested for resisting a police officer. JSO began a criminal and administrative investigations into the incident. Had McNeil filed a complaint, JSO would have started this investigation at that time. But we were not aware of this allegation or of improper use of force before this weekend.
Now, like I said, let me stop that record again. Do you ever stop to think, as the police department, who are here to protect and serve, quote unquote, insert quotations, right? Inside those quotations, protect and serve, right? Like I said, there are violent people out here in these streets. I done seen them, actual violent people. So when it comes to the people who do shit like this, like smoking, doing paraphernalia and shit like that, I understand that it's a crime, right? It's a crime. Don't do crimes. Okay, we get it, Ninja. We get it. But I'm saying, Ninja, follow me. So you choose to be violent with a non-violent offender. And I'm saying these terms loosely, people. I'm not a police officer. I'm not a lawyer. I'm saying these terms loosely. You choose to be violent with a non-violent offender, or whatever the case may have you, and you expect this person to turn around and go file a complaint with the same people that put hands on them? Clown world. I gotta get the pig noise. We're gonna play the police noise. Don't run away, guys. That's the police noise. I'm gonna get the pig noise. And no disrespect to this police officer. I respect police officers. I just told y'all they just pulled me over last week. And like I said, and I ain't even noticed, shout out to my boy Ewu. Y'all listen to this. So, right now, they gave me a ticket for speeding. Okay, doing their job. I shouldn't have sped. Okay, I know. So for example, I have a CDL license, right? So because I have a CDL license, I can't turn around and do the same thing as a person with a regular license, even if I'm not driving. Let's say I want to continue to drive CDL trucks, in the future. I got to make sure to go pay a lawyer now, right? I got to go pay a lawyer now to make sure that my license don't get messed up and I don't get too many points, or else I'll never get hired by any company again. So let me do you the big one. Shout out to Ayo. What up, Ayo? We got Ayo in the building. So look, let me show y'all the big one. So this the big one. Listen to this. So, the police officers run your tags and shit like that, right? And that's okay. So, the police officers are aware of our DOT regulations as truck drivers. So when a police officer gave me this ticket, I was speeding. Instead of letting me off with a warning, because I haven't gotten a ticket since I don't know when, right? And I was speeding coming down a ramp or whatever. That ninja gave me a ticket. I mean, yeah, he's doing his job. Did he have to? He didn't have to. Maybe he was trying to meet quota. Who knows? But he did it on purpose with a smile on his face, sitting there looking at me like, have a good night. And just so you know, it's 40 miles per hour on this road. I'm sitting here looking at this ninja like this with a dumb smile on my face. Like, yeah, thank you. So yeah, now I got to go pay an attorney. I got to go pay a CDL attorney to make sure that my CDL don't get messed up, or else I might not never be able to drive trucks again. So this is where I'm saying we're police officers. You have a responsibility to community, right? And you know better. So I understand when you're doing your job versus jamming somebody up. You know better. Now, I'm not specifically referring to this situation, right? I'm saying just in general, in the general scope of things, you guys are supposed to hold yourself to a higher standard. That doesn't mean jam people up. Now, I'm not saying, turn a blind eye. What I am saying is justice is gray. So give him the right way to turn around and handle the issues instead of keeping him in a revolving door that we call the prison system. And that's why I tell y'all, sometimes with police, I'm never really comfortable. They could be black, white, whatever. Now, also follow me though. If all else fails, hopefully they never find this stream. But if all else fails, I might fuck around and become a police officer. They make good bread. They make good money.
You need to leave.
They make good money. It might potentially protect me and my family. I may put myself in harm's way, but they make good money. So I don't got to worry about that bullshit and nobody trying to come at me and my family. And if they do over something that happens, I can legally put them in the dirt, right? That's how I think. I'm a little bit militarized in my brain. Sorry. But yeah. That's why I'm not really comfortable around police officers. And you got to understand my sentiment, because this is a nonviolent offender that you punched in the face for talking back to you. Now, we're not kids. This is an adult. And even if he was a young adult, this is a young adult. I don't know how old he is, but this is just a young person, whatever kind of person. Like I said, if y'all believe in empathy and that shit, I don't really believe that shit no more. I think people are all capping about that bullshit. But yeah, if you believe in that, okay, cool. Like I said, you hold yourself to a higher standard. You try and protect the community. Maybe you were trying to protect the community. Punching a nonviolent offender is not protecting the community. That's it. Here we go.
As this is agency's pattern of practice in any circumstance of use of force, the relevant body-worn camera footage was reviewed by multiple levels of supervision. However, as you'll see in short order, the body-worn camera footage does not capture Officer Bauer's response to resistance when McNeil was seated in the driver's seat.
And shout out to AO. AO said that we need to flip that system to infiltrated with righteousness. Yeah, I speak from a perspective. I'm not going to say too much, but my dad's had issues with cops. My dad has actually been beat by cops before. Shout out to Papa Black. I don't speak on that though. So even when I tell you I was supposed to be an attorney, my dad wanted me to be a judge, wanted me to be a congressman so I could turn the wheels of white supremacy. But I gave up on this society because I understood the game that I was playing. And when you get to a point where you become too much of an intellectual, as I like to call myself, it gets to a point where you just get tired of people. And the reason why you get tired of people is because no matter what you do, people are going to paint a picture. That shit gets irritating after a while. So I said, fuck it. Will I change my mind in the future? Yeah, I mean, if the people call me to do something like that. But for now, I'm going to live life on my terms for a little bit. Anyways, let's continue.
As I explained, although the state attorney's office has deemed it not criminal, the response to resistance is now subject of a pending administrative review to determine if Bauer's conduct violated JSO policy. JSO began a criminal and...
Hold on. So this the video. I don't even want to play it because like I said, this looked like a kid. And gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, if this could potentially be one of your children too. So that's why y'all got to tell y'all children, bro, don't even talk back to the police. Let them do what they got to do. And that's it. Secondly, stop riding around with that.
He pulled me over. He walked up over my door.
Hold on. And like I said, gentlemen, stop trying to sit here and talk to people. Ninja, I tell y'all all the time, y'all don't see me waste time with nobody that don't like me. I don't know what's wrong with y'all ninjas. Y'all sitting here trying to talk to the police like the police are your friend. Ninja, the police is not your friend. That's why I tell y'all stay away from the law and all that kind of shit. The police do not give a fuck about you because they deal with bullshit all day. They trying to make it home to their family. So they will tweak out. They not right in their mind, bro. They done seen shit. They done probably had to chase people, had to fight people, gang banging, all that kind of shit. People done bust at them. Bro, they're not right in their mind. They're a lower level version of the military when the military's at war. Did y'all hear what I said? They are a lower level of military when the military's at war. So right now, I don't think our military's per se at war officially. When the military is at war, that's how a police officer is every day. Don't waste your time trying to talk to them ninjas, bro. Don't waste your time. You do it to yourself. But here we go. Here we go.
Because my window don't work, right? Okay. And then I said, so what I did wrong? Yeah. He said, well, for one, your headlights are off under this weather. I'm like, okay. There's multiple people headlights off. Okay.
And shout out to AO. AO said, yeah, that part, it's disheartening. And what it comes down to is, it's not only that it's disheartening, what it comes down to is the black community, and I've said this before, and I'll continue to say this, guys. We need to take a play from the Spanish community, the Mexican community, or the motherfucking white people, right? So black people are not monolithic in their thinking. And that's the problem. That's why I gave up. Because I realized the same people that was trying to do me harm was the same people that look like me. And that's the sad reality. At the same time, some of the most positive people were the people who look like me. Like I said, the people that accepted me weren't necessarily my own community of people for various reasons, of course. And that's how it goes in every other community. So like I said, my heritage, you know, I'm black, born in America, born and raised in the county of Dade. I told y'all my heritage is technically, my dad's heritage is technically Haitian and African. That's why I'm so dark. At the same time, I recognize myself as a Black American. Shout out to the Black Americans and the ninjas. Don't shoot me, please. I know you guys don't see me as FBA. It's okay. I'm still gonna live at the end of the day. But what a lot of people don't realize is the reason why I resonate with American Black people is because where I lived in Miami, I lived around American Black people. Whereas the Haitian people of my community, other than the ones that I knew, they did not really fuck with me coming up as a youngin'. Not that I'm hurt by it. I'm saying they didn't fuck with me because I didn't speak Creole. My dad didn't teach me Creole. My dad did not teach me Haitian Creole. I don't know Creole per se. So the way it goes in other immigrant communities and shit like that, if you don't speak the language, they don't really fuck with you because they can't talk shit with you in another language. Y'all feel me? Am I dropping bars? Am I dropping gems? So when I came up as a youngin', where I'm working at and shit like that, like when I started working, I told y'all before, I started working at 16 at Winn-Dixie. I was around Black American people. And guess who took me in and taught me the shit I needed to know? Black American people. So guess where I gravitated to? Black American people, because they took me in as one of their own. They helped me out in the community when I ain't had bread. They let me eat at certain places for free. And I've said this before. It's places I was eating for free, getting haircuts for free. People was giving me food on the low ski, all kind of shit when I was coming up as a youngin'. These aren't really the conversations I had with my parents, but when I ain't have the bread and shit like that, they looked out for me. And I'm saying it was the older generation, like not too old, but like, you know, I'm like 16, 17. They like 24, 26. You know, we work together. They like, yeah, you work hard and shit like that. You know, they buying me food at work. They like, oh, you know, I'm gonna buy you some lunch. I'm like, why? They're like, oh, because I just like what you do. I'm going to McDonald's. The manager at the McDonald's, you know, he's sitting there at the McDonald's. He's like, yo, you know, I see you coming here all the time. I see you work hard. I always see you at work. You get free food. He's like, every time I'm here, you come to me, I got you with a meal. That's how they was treating me, bro. So that's why I don't really have a problem with them per se, or I don't have the same sentiment that everybody else does, because they looked out for me. And that's where, you know, you understand with Black people, it's a tribalism kind of thing. So they look out for their own if they consider you one of their own. You just can't turn on them. Now, at the same time, when it comes to the crime that's committed, I don't agree with the crime, though. Okay, we just gonna stop that, nip that in the bud. But what I will say is, I understand about the disadvantages and all that. I'm still not agreeing with the crimes, Ninja. I never agree with the crimes, Ninja, but I'm not cut like that. I don't like to do crime and shit. I like to have a good time and not worry about looking over my back because Ninja's trying to, you know, backdoor me and do a Ninja in. Anyways, let's continue.
And then there's no rain.
It doesn't matter. You're still required to have headlights on.
Can you pull that law up?
Huh?
Can you pull that law up?
Yeah, when you step out of the car, I will.
Can you call your supervisor?
Now, gentlemen, I'm going to keep telling y'all this. Look, I'm going to keep saying this. Shout out to the ninjas that look like me and the ninjas that don't look like me. I'm going to keep telling y'all, bro, what y'all got to realize is you think you know the law. My bad, because I'm shaking the camera. You don't actually know the law. I should have took my law book. I used to have a law book with me back when I was trying to go to law school. You don't actually know the law. You're hearing other people say this stuff. You're hearing attorneys say these things on the internet, all that. You don't know the law. You think you know the law. So you're saying stuff to these police officers to whereas, yeah, it might be true, but just because you're saying stuff like you know it all, right? In their head, a police officer is not wanting to comply with you. They're thinking in their head, this guy is a smart ass. He thinks he knows it all. So I'm going to fuck with him. And that's what you guys have to realize. So stop trying to deal with a police officer verbally and wait till afterwards and then go figure out what you can do legally. That's the only way you can win this situation. Other than that, stay away from the ninjas, okay? You look at them ninja police officer, you look at that ninja like this, ninja. And then mind your business. Here we go.
Can you call your supervisor?
All right, go for it.
Look at this.
Exit the vehicle now.
Look at that. Mm-hmm.
Show me your hands.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at this.
I'm here.
This is America, people.
What is your reason, sir?
Yeah.
What is your reason?
Yeah. Yeah, punched him again. Knocked his ass on the ground. Mm-hmm. And like I said, you know, police officers are insane. So you'll turn around and, you know, you'll just get hit, right? This is not funny, but, bro, I have to make a joke because, you know, this is traumatic. This is traumatic to see people that look like me get attacked by people that's supposed to protect the people that look like me and the rest of us, right? It's very traumatic, but the only way to cope, we gotta laugh at this shit. So look, the funny thing about this is, you know why police officers continue to hit you after they just hit you? Y'all know, have y'all ever gotten hit before? Like, have y'all ever been in a fight? So if you get hit in a fight, your body is going to react to you just getting the shit hit. You know, if you get hit in your jaw, let's say your jaw breaks, your body is going to react from the pain of your jaw breaking. So you gon', you know, I just got hit in the jaw, right? So then after that, right after you get hit, you know, your body's going to tense up because you just got hit. And at the same time your body tenses up, these crazy mother sons of glove, or whatever we're gonna call them, get mad in their head and think that you're trying to retaliate and hit back when you're just doing what your body naturally does when you get hit, which is you know, retaliating like, oh shit, I just got hit. So they think you're trying to resist them, then they continue to hit you. Crazy situation, man. Hey man, shout out to the world, shout out to the Most High. But yeah, hopefully he pressed charges. I don't know why he waited so long though. That's another good question. Why did he wait so long? But I'm assuming it's because he was traumatized. He probably was traumatized. He didn't feel comfortable, because I've been in positions where I've been jumped before. Only reason why I'm able to talk to you about being jumped before, being set up before, jumping people before, the pimp shit, all that stuff. Do y'all know the only reason why I'm able to talk about these things is because I did therapy and I was able to heal from these things and understand that I wasn't perfect? Do y'all realize that? Like, there was a point in time when I wasn't talking to nobody about those things. And I can only imagine the detriment and the damage it caused to my own brain and whatever controls that part of my brain, because like I said, that's not healthy to be in those kind of situations. It turns the brain into a war zone. Anyways, let's continue, man. Hopefully they figure it out. We're going to keep you updated on that story. More Law and Order with Black Adam before we get to the main event. And y'all hit the like button, people. We have the ex-Louisville officer, the former Louisville officer, Brett Hankinson, has just been sentenced to 33 months in prison for using excessive force in the 2020 Breonna Taylor raid. And shout out to Ayo. Ayo is expressing her sentiments, and it's okay, Ayo. Don't worry, we all get mad. Or like I said, if you like yourself, so for example, I consider myself, not to be narcissistic, but I consider myself attractive. Like, I like what looks like me. So I like black people. I like all black people, not just one kind of black people. Black people look good to me. So yeah, I don't feel comfortable when I see people beating on black people or attacking black people. Ninja, I don't feel comfortable when I see black people attacking black people. At the same time, I'm older now, so I understand you can't fight the world. You can't save the world. You gotta mind your business and just peep game. So I just mind my business and peep game. But no, I don't like that shit. Like I said, if I see a bunch of white people doing what they do, I'm a bit prejudiced now because they taught me to be prejudiced, right? So I'm gonna mind my business too. I'm gonna mind my business too. I see some Latinos. I see my essays. What up to my essays? What up, essays? I see y'all doing what y'all do. Ninja, I don't know if it's MS-13 or what, my ninja. I'm finna mind my business, so I just mind my business. But no, I don't like none of that kind of shit. But I understand in life things happen for a reason. So like I said, I understand you gotta express your sentiments, Ayo. It's okay. Don't let it get you too mad. You just gotta pray in these situations and hope it doesn't happen to your kids. And teach your kids, guys. Like I said, I don't have kids, but I have some form of common sense, or I'd like to think so. Teach your kids, hey, when the police pull you over, let them do what they gotta do. Unless they trying to really do some crazy shit to where they trying to violate you, only then you gotta escape, and then you run back to me. Only then you run back to me, and we gonna figure it out. Because God forbid, I always pray, I'm like, God, please don't put me in these situations, or God, please don't let my kids be in these situations. I ain't got no kids yet, but I'm saying in the future. Because, you know, I think a certain kind of way, and it's tough. And like I said, it's tough. Like I said, I always speak about my dad, because I understand why my dad moved the way he does in today's society, because it's hard. You gotta just mind your business. You know, you kind of got to be soft-spoken, because people take shit personal, and you can't even, you know, it's like you gotta worry about being attacked from all angles. So you might fuck around, you might say, hey, what's up to some dude, and you say, oh, hey, what's up, and that ninja look at you like this, and then you just sitting there like, damn, I just said hi. And like I said, you got to turn around. The same people supposed to protect you. You got to look at them ninjas like, hey, Mr. Officer, how you doing? And you got to look scared, so that way, you know, hey, I'm not a threat. At the same time, them ninjas looking at you already like a threat, like you're going to do something. My bad, I seen a little mosquito. Like you're going to do something. So they're already on edge for whatever shit that they went through, and they putting that bullshit on you. That's why I don't even like to be around police officers. Anyways, here we go. Like I said, former Louisville officer Brett Hankinson has been sentenced to 33 months in prison for using excessive force in the 2020 Breonna Taylor raid. Though he didn't strike anyone with his 10 shots, the judge rejected the Department of Justice's recommendation for no prison time, calling the lack of more injuries startling. Hankinson is the first person to face prison time in a case that sparked national outrage and protests. Here we go.
Some breaking news coming into our newsroom right now. The former Kentucky police officer convicted of violating a civil rights offense in relation to the death of Breonna Taylor has been sentenced to 33 months in prison.
Not enough, but it is what it is. And like I said, if the police want to do a good job, or if justice wants to do a good job, or America wants to do a good job, what America needs to do is start charging people with serious violations that they do that. So take away pensions, like I said, make them do serious jail time with the same people they put away, and all that bullshit would stop expeditiously. Okay, let's continue.
3 years of supervised release is set to follow that sentence. Brent Hankinson fired 10 rounds through Taylor's apartment but did not hit anyone. Taylor was killed by another officer during that raid. The Department of Justice is asking for Hankinson to receive 1 day of imprisonment. Protesters were arrested outside the courthouse where the sentencing took place, including Breonna Taylor's aunt.
All right, let's continue. Let's see what else we have. Sad situation right here. Rest in peace to the Cosby Show star Malcolm Jamal Warner. If you guys remember him, shout out to the older generation. I know you remember him. He passed away at the age of 54, supposedly from drowning, I believe. And I don't know what happened, but he was drowning. And yeah, one thing I gotta tell y'all too, black people, y'all ninjas need to learn how to swim, ninja. Okay, y'all gotta learn how to swim, or stay away from water if you don't know how to swim. And I'm thinking that's what happened. I got to look more into the story, but we're going to do a quick rest in peace for him. So rest in peace to him. Let me see what else we have. We have NBA YoungBoy calling the industry and himself demonic, and hints at a gospel album possibility in a Trap Flicks interview. And y'all hit the like button and answer the poll in chat. Let's get it.
And as I say, this shit demonic. I'm very demonic. Man, there's a lot of devils that's coming in and out my door.
But what the hell, boy?
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
Yeah, you get older, man. Shit change.
So I'm a child of God. You see my Jesus piece. You see my crosses. So as I tell you, this shit very demonic and scary around here. I'm talking about the shit that's coming in and out my doors, what I'm trying to protect myself from. So as I see the Jesus piece or the crosses, I just grab it.
Did you grow up in church?
Yeah, I sing in the choir.
Yeah, bro, that's that paraphernalia, bro. If you seeing demons, bro, I'm here to tell you, bro. I'm here to tell you, real life, you seeing demons, bro. It's the paraphernalia, okay? It's the paraphernalia. Now, one thing that is weird though, I think spirits are real. I believe in spirits. So, like, for example, the other night, I always talk about Papa Black. The other night, Papa Black is my dad, for those of you who are new here. The other night, I had a crazy dream. And, like, it's like my dad called me on the phone, and he told me what I was doing was wicked. And I was like,
what the hell? Oh, my God, no way.
I was like, what do you mean? I was like, what? I was like, bro, I'm confused. What do you mean by wicked? And I guess he meant to talk and shit and all this shit, because you know it's sinning. But you know, in the future, I'm just like, hey, you know, the way the Bible works, you can ask God for forgiveness when you get done with all this sinning and stuff. So when I'm done, I'm gonna ask God for forgiveness. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me. Yeah. So he was like, yeah, I'm being wicked. Here we go.
After I sing in the choir, I begged my grandmother for the ask the pastor, can I become an usher? They let me become the usher. So as the people walk in the church, I get to have
You're a choir boy.
Yeah.
Did you sing solos?
I sing with the choir.
You sing with the choir. Where's one of the first songs you sang with the choir? Like, what's your favorite one that you still remember?
Yes, Jesus loves me.
What the hell? Oh, my God, no way.
Oh man, yeah, man. It feels. Hey, man. Let's continue. Here we go.
Yeah. Hey, would you do a gospel album?
A what? She said, wait. A what?
But what the hell, boy?
Oh, she said, would you do a gospel album? I was like, bro, what did this lady just say, bro? She spoke another language, bro. I thought a demon took over her, bro. She started speaking in tongues, bro. Here we go.
Yeah. Hey, would you do a gospel album?
You never know. You're a beautiful woman. It was nice to meet you.
Thank you.
I gotta go and see you.
All right, this was good stuff, man. Thank you.
Shout out to what they call a place where he be at. Shout out to something Valley, Daredevil Valley. What do they call young boy's place? I forget what they call it. Oh, it's a Gravedigger. I think. Shout out to Gravedigger Mountain, Ninja. Shout out to Gravedigger Mountain. I don't know. All right, we got a couple more before we get to the main event. Y'all hit the like button, answer the poll in the chat. Oh shit, somebody calling me. Hold up, somebody calling me. Hold up, y'all. 1 second. My boy E, my bad, y'all. My boy E had called me, bro. Shout out to E. Yeah, bro. Hopefully you watching, bro. If you watching, put a what's up in the YouTube chat, bro. I can't talk to you while I'm on the chat. I got my mic on I got my phone, my camera. Ninja, you know what I'm trying to say, Ninja, okay? Damn.
But what the hell, boy?
My bad, y'all. Let's continue. Yeah, so what I was saying, we got a couple more things before the main event. My fault to that quick mishap. I'm gonna get another phone so that way I could separate this. I can separate all these things so that way people don't, when they call me, they don't mess up the stream and shit. But it's all good. He ain't do it on purpose. All right, so a couple things before we get to the main event about Cash Out. Like I said, first things first, we have this post right here that says 1 wife, 2 baby mamas, and 1 side piece. Who you picking? And the answer choices are Glorilla, Sexy Red, Lotto, and Ice Spice. I need the Jeopardy sound, but so I think I'm probably going to my 2 baby mothers, and don't get mad at me for this. Sexy Red is gonna be one of my baby mothers. Sorry. I'm a different type of ninja. So Sexy Red and Ice Spice will be my baby mamas. Yes, sir. And then my side piece and my wife. No, damn, my bad. Baby mamas. My bad. I read that wrong. Wife, baby mamas, and side piece. All right. So Sexy Red, no. Ice Spice is gonna be my side piece. Yep.
But what the hell, boy?
Ice Spice will be my side piece. My 2 baby mamas would be Sexy Red and I think Sexy Red, and I'm thinking I guess Sexy Red and Glorilla, because at least we had the baby, and I guess my wife would be Lotto. That's how I feel, Ninja. That's just how I roll. All right, let's continue. That was a quick commercial. My bad, y'all. All right, we got Cardi B. We have Cardi B. She had something she wanted to say to us. Shout out to DJ Academics. Here we go.
Motherfuckers always doing memes and jokey jokes about bitches only know how to do chicken Alfredo and ha ha ha. But y'all motherfuckers always eat the plate up. Make a nigga pepper steak and some rice, and he'll eat half of it. He'll probably leave some. You make a motherfucker chicken Alfredo with a little shrimp. Oh, you know these niggas did get hard for some shrimp.
But what the hell, boy?
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
I thought you don't cook or clean. Am I confused? Didn't you say you don't cook or you clean in your songs? I don't know, something like that. Here we go.
they eat the whole thing. They never gonna deny the plate. Bitch, let that nigga complain before you give him some ass to eat.
Some butt to eat? Excuse me?
What the hell? You need to be. Oh my God, no way.
Yeah. Anyways, let me see how many videos we got. I think we'll do one more. We'll do one more, and after that we go into the main event. 2 more, because Boosie. Shout out to Boosie Boo. 3 more actually. We'll do 3 more, then we're at the main event. All right, first things first. We have Jasmine Cheese firing back at people who said she can't keep a man, and she says she doesn't need one, and she won't tolerate no BS. Here we go, people.
Let's have a talk. It's not about I can't keep a man. It's because I'm such an independent woman. I don't have to deal with a man's bullshit. I literally will live a great life with or without a man. So if you on bullshit, I'm gonna let you go. Like, I don't have time to be cheated on, played with, none of that. Yes, I'm gonna get the fuck on. A lot of women, and I hate to say it, they stay in a relationship because they need a nigga. I don't need a nigga, so yes, I be quick to get the fuck. It never gave sit here and be a dumb bitch. That's just one thing I will never do. Let's have a talk.
Yeah, like I said, gentlemen, she just gotta find the right ninja. She find the right ninja, she gonna do a whole 180. All right, shout out to Jasmine Cheese. All right, 2 more, guys. 2 more. We have Boosie Badass. Shout out to Boosie. Boosie Boo. Shout out to Webby. Shout out to the Savage Life Gang. We got Boosie dropping the trailer for his new movie, Twins, which is coming this October. Are you guys going to watch? Let me see, 1 second. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger so you guys can see it. Here we go. All right, let's get it.
Hello. Johnny, right? Yeah, I don't know if you remember me. We met like a month ago at a frat party. I'm pregnant.
Oh.
You're always crying. Where is this dude at? There he goes, right there.
Come get your baby.
Now what I'm gonna do with you?
Jeremiah, I have some good news. You have a twin brother.
I have a twin brother?
Yeah.
Boy, what the hell, boy?
Sorry.
According to this, it says that he's located in Lincoln Correctional Facility.
Jail?
For attempted murder.
Holy moly.
Armed robbery.
Good God gracious.
Terroristic threats and indecent exposure.
Mr. Ice Cream.
Hold up.
I have a plan. I'm gonna act like I'm a part of an innocence project. And I'm gonna get my little brother out of jail. Maybe he'll take me to my father. And maybe I'll find my cousins. Maybe I might have a cool dad.
Wake y'all motherfucking asses up. It's almost show time.
I'm on my way, little brother. Nothing's gonna stop me from finding you.
You be acting stupid as hell, but I'm tired, bro. Hey, this is the worst one I ever did.
You ever seen a Terminator movie, motherfucker? I'll be back.
I hope you're geeky and smart and nerdy just like me. I'm on my way, little brother. No one's gonna stop me, not even mother. Let's rock.
Mama was a scholar, but my daddy was a thug. Big brother.
Shout out to Boosie. Ayo said Boosie is stupid. Hey man, if you like it, I love it, man. Ain't nothing wrong with it. At least he trying to make some money. They should have gave him some more money to use though, but that's just how the game go. Hopefully it comes out good. I think it come out good. You never know. All right, let's see. Damn, it was all this we was supposed to cover, but oh well. All right, you know, we at the main event, man. Y'all know what it is. Main event time. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hold on. Let me sit up. Where we at? All right, 4, 3, 2, 2. All right, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Hit the like button, man. Shout out to Ayo. Ayo asked the question everybody been asking, where is KB? I don't know what happened to KB. KB disappeared. I guess, maybe she couldn't hang. I be doing this shit every day. It's not for everybody, Ninja. Y'all clap for me. It's not for everybody, Ninja. To pull up 7 days a week and work 7 days a week, it's not for everybody, Ninja, but it is what it is. So we got rapper Cash Out sentenced to life in prison in shocking trafficking case. But where is KB? I don't know, bro. I don't know. But KB, we miss you. Hopefully you okay. Hopefully you ain't getting into no bullshit. Because KB, if you got into some bullshit, unfortunately, the court's not big enough to support you. But we gonna get there. We gonna get there. So if you need some money, Ninja, we gonna pray for you, Ninja. We gonna pray for you. If anything, we'll send you some job applications. There you go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You better not need no money, KB. KB, you better not need no money. Everybody need money, man. Hopefully she's okay. I hope she's okay. But let's continue. All right, main event. Gentlemen, like I said, if you look like me, stop pimping. And chat. So the question was, is pimping dead at this point in society? Vote and tell us what you think. We got 75% of people saying it's most definitely over with. And we got 25% of people saying it ain't easy, but someone got to do it. Facts. These are all facts, people. 0% said the game remains the same. I believe that the game remains the same. The game never changes. Only the players change. So whether or not it's making money, having resources, having to eat, the game never changes. Only the players change. So for example, with having to eat, you can't eat the same food forever. You can eat different kinds of food. Resources, the resources aren't always the same because you need different resources. You see what I'm saying? The game remains the same. The players change. You just get different kind of variations of the same shit. But it is what it is, man. It's just how life works. All right, with that being said, sad situation, people. Sad situation. And for those of you who don't know Cash Out, the rapper, he made a song. 20 says, for ride with that Nina. I'm riding with that Nina. Yeah. Yeah. He made that song, and from what I heard back in the day, his mom was actually a stripper. So, no, not that one. I meant this one. Yeah, his mom was a stripper. So, I guess I don't know what happened, but I don't know. It's just a bad situation, sad situation. Let me see if I pull it up. Here we go. And he got a life sentence. He got a life sentence for rape, prostitution, and then pimping out women. So gentlemen, if you want to pimp you out some girls, Ninja, I'm here to tell you, pimping is dead, Ninja. Don't do it, Ninja. Do not pimp out no girls. I don't care what they tell you. I done had girls, guys, do you understand? I've had girls tell me, told me like I look like I pimp out women, and I looked at them girls like, what the hell? I said, excuse me, what do you even mean by that? I'm not finna pimp you out and sit in the penitentiary for you. Ain't no way, baby. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. No way, Jose. And the reason why he got life in prison is because he wanted his day in court. So here's the list of his charges and sentences. Yeah, shout out to Say Cheese. Let me see if I can make this big enough for me to see. Hold on, we can't make it big enough. Let me go to Google real quick. Shout out to Ayo. Ayo said it's more online now. Facts. It is online now. It's just people aren't, like I said, so long as you don't get bigger than a program, the police will turn a blind eye. They ain't gonna say nothing. So long as you choose not to get bigger than the program. Once you start thinking you're bigger than the program, in the famous words of Big U, who's actually sitting in the penitentiary right now for his own RICO, in the famous words of Big U, nobody's bigger than the program. Once you think you're bigger than the program, they will come get you. Let me see. My bad, y'all. Cash Out. Here we go. Cash Out. Let me see. Let me see if we can find this. All right. Okay. So Cash Out's charges. Hold on. We're going to pull it up. So a juror who helped convict Atlanta rapper Cashin Out, his mother and his cousin also got convicted as well. Spoke publicly for the first time since the verdict. Let me see. 1 second, y'all. Trying to see. Hold on, we're gonna go to TikTok because this shit tripping out. We're gonna go to TikTok. TikTok's easier. All right. Cashin Out charges. Here we go. Nope. Here we go.
As to John.
All right, and then he got sentenced to 2 life sentences, 65 years, 60 months in prison after being convicted in a rape, sex trafficking, and RICO case. His mother, also known as Linda Smith, was given 40 years in prison, 20 years to serve for the RICO charge and 20 years to serve for trafficking. Here we go.
John-Michael Hakim Gibson, count 1, RICO, 20 years to serve.
Man, why is the sound like that? Let me see.
I'd like to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak.
Make sure you're speaking today.
I'm sorry. I'd like to say thank you for giving me an opportunity to speak. I take accountability. I pray for them continuously. I pray for the district attorney's office.
The things I've been accused of, I know that I haven't done those things. I've only dealt with grown women. Nothing was forced. Nothing was coerced.
John-Michael Hakim Gibson, would you please stand?
Yep. Hey, gentlemen, this is why I tell you, if a woman is not interested in being on your program, as you like to say, if a woman don't like me, I waste no time with that girl, because you're not finna turn around and say I forced you or coerced you to do Nathan, okay? I ain't got no time for that. Here we go.
On count 1, violation of the Georgia RICO Act, 20 years.
Shout out to AO. AO says that weird for me with just one other person interacting in here. I hate for this to be weird for you. No, it's all good, AO. Shout out to AO. I got people that watch the show afterwards, AO. They watch the playback. And what else was I gonna say? There was a point in time I was doing this and nobody was watching, so I'm used to it. It's practice for me, so don't worry about it, AO. But I got people that watch the show afterwards, trust me. They just don't pop up now because I guess they're doing whatever they're doing. Usually I'm not on here this late, so it's all good. Here we go.
Years to serve in confinement, to run consecutive with count 10. On count 10, rape.
Don't worry, we'll be in here for about 9 more minutes. Here we go.
Life in confinement. To run count consecutive with count.
Yeah, like I said, gentlemen, think about that, gentlemen. Think about that. Nope. Let me see. Let me show you what he had to say. Let me go back to TikTok real quick. Where TikTok at? TikTok. Not TikTok. Instagram. Oh shoot, hold on. Insta, here we go. Interact. I'm gonna let you hear what he had to say. Gentlemen, like I said, this could potentially be you if you start being too shot out, as we like to say, or you start doing too much. Don't do too much out here in these streets, people. Don't do it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Let me see. So yeah, like I said, his attorney had asked for a 30-year sentence, saying the state recommended 25 years before the trial, which he hadn't accepted because he wanted his day in court. And gentlemen, I always tell you, if you look like me, bruh, more than likely you can't beat the feds unless you can pay the lawyer. If you can't pay the lawyer, you're not gonna beat the feds. Here we go.
Good morning, today, Your Honor.
Good morning.
And my bad about the sound. Sounds only in one ear, but it is what it is, people. Here we go.
Thanking you for giving us a fair trial. I want to thank the jurors for the amount of time that they put in to judge this trial. This time being on this trial, I was able to see how the jurors are put in a tough position to, sit there and judge someone's life, And you know, it's a hard decision, and I felt like they made the wrong judgment.
Yeah, you could feel like that, but guess what? You still gonna sit, Ninja. Like I said, everything we say is for entertainment purposes and social commentary only. So he can always appeal, but I mean, for them to put him away like that and his mom like that, they must have an overwhelmingly large amount of evidence. Here we go.
I've done things in my life. I'm not perfect. But the things I've been accused of, I know that I haven't done those things. I know it's typical for a person to come up here and, you know, show remorse to, you know, crimes that they have done, but I can only show remorse to the people that I know that was in this trial, which is Kiera Adams, Deanna Sanders, and Jasmine Brown. Not remorse on behalf of like I did anything to them, because if you know me, and people who really know me know that I wouldn't force anybody to do anything.
Yep.
I met women, I dated women who were doing escort or whatever, however people want to look at it from a moral standpoint, but who was doing these things as a grown woman. I've only dealt with grown women. Nothing was forced. Nothing was coerced or anything of that nature. If you notice, before this trial, no woman can say anything about me before this trial. If you notice, before this indictment, no woman can say anything about me before this indictment. I get the situations that people are put in when they're faced with a certain type of crime or a certain type of time, and they're bullied into this situation to put the blame on someone, or to put the blame on Cash Out, or to put the blame on someone who's at the top. That's why I didn't really fault them for their decision. I didn't fault Deanna Sanders for making her decision during a proffer. She just had a child. Mind you, she was just on video call with me while being incarcerated. I don't fault Kiera Adams for doing the things she did with her proffer, because mind you, she was facing a certain amount of time handling her probation in different cases that she's on. I don't fault people for making accusations, because I'm a man that typically let women leave on their own behalf. Never held them in prison or held them in slavery or said you can't leave me or you can't do.
Now y'all wonder why I look. Y'all wonder why I have the sentiments I do. That's why when it comes to a relationship, all that bullshit, Ninja, I'm not tied down to you. Ninja, you is not tied down to me. I don't care if we married, Ninja. You can leave if you want to leave. Just don't come back, because once you leave, if you leave me, you can't come back, my Ninja. You can't come back, and I'm fine. I'm going to keep going. I ain't got time for that bullshit, because I don't want to sit in jail for being crazy about you. Hell no. Hell no. Here we go.
This, every woman you seen come on this stand showed you that they left and came back willingly on their own. What I mean by that, they left on their own and they came back willingly on their own. During this trial, I was able to see, you know, how valuable life is and how valuable the people that you hang around, or the people that you even date, or the people that you even know, how valuable it is to judge their character. Sometimes I let people stay around who I knew was going to affect a situation that I had going on.
Yep, that's why I'm cold and cutthroat. I don't give a damn if you bring me to negative spaces in my brain. I don't want to be around you. I distance myself, because I ain't got time for the bullshit. Here we go.
So I don't, and for the people who came to this trial that I never met a day in my life, never had any contact with them, never had a text message with them, never had an interaction with them, don't even know where most of these stories came from, it's baffling. Never forced a woman to commit a sexual act. Never. I've been traveling all around the world, from here to Dubai, and you would never hear a woman say that I forced them to do anything sexual or commit a rape with anybody. Yeah. I don't hang around people that do things of that nature. I feel like, and somebody asked me this the other day, it was like, every time I see your head high and you always smiling, because when you have that confidence, it takes me back to the Bible. When you have that confidence and you know you can be falsely accused of things, Jesus was falsely accused, a lot of the prophets were falsely accused. You don't have that emotion like you've done something. You know, so if you see me with my head high, or if you see me smiling, it's because I know at the end of the day, through Jesus Christ, the Most High will always give you the actual judgment. So I really thank you for providing us a fair trial, just me getting to know you during trial.
And that's what that's his piece. That's what he said. It's like I said, ladies and gentlemen, y'all gotta be careful out here in these streets. You don't know who you're going to become tomorrow, so be careful of what you do today. Past that, yeah, like I said, unless you got that Diddy money, ain't no way, ninja. They gonna put you under the jail, ninja. So yeah, be careful. Diddy only survived because they had proof. They had tapes, ninja. They had proof. They had tapes, and other people came out. That's the only reason why Diddy beat the feds, ninja. And it's because he had that bag to beat the feds. If you ain't got the bag to beat the feds, ninja, 90% conviction rate, my ninjas. Anyways, that's it for today, man. Shout out to everybody that tuned in. Or AO says she the only one in here. Shout out to all the other platforms and the people in there. I appreciate y'all. Y'all know what it is, man. Hit the like button. Shout out to everybody that watches on the playback. We appreciate you as well. We back in here tomorrow morning. Y'all know what it is. It's your boy BA. Deuces. Y'all stay safe out here in these streets. Here we go.